Hello everyone, welcome back to another anime review. We are reviewing an anime called Dia- Firefighters Daigo Rescuers in Orange. So there are three main characters. Diego knows the female character because her dad saved her, but he couldn't save the other four of her family members, so she has a grudge, even though she doesn't really know it yet. And the third guy wants to be friends with Diego, but he decides to shaft him. But then they become friends later on, and then Daigo tells him what his father did to Yuki, which is the female character. So he knows, and the both dudes know. So I'm not gonna go into per se what they do. I'm just gonna tell you how they rescue a bunch of people. So there's a bunch of people. First off, the minor one is that they save the cat that was in a building where there was electricity and water, and the whole entire floor was filled with water. So it was like electricity vibe. So it's like one of those things. So yeah, that's pretty much about that one. The second one that was pretty minor was the guy that was pinned down by a bunch of rubble because his ramen shot got exploded for some odd fucking reason, which I don't understand that part. But he gets saved. However, he's pinned down underneath the rubble with a metal piece of rod sticking out of his hand. So, and he's in a tight. He's pinned down by a bunch of rubble. So Diego decides to go in and save him, but he's too bulky and too muscly. So you know what the guy does? He dislocates his fucking shoulder just to go crawl into a small area. And when he does that, he fucking hits the boulder that's on top of him with his shoulder so he can place it back in. Like, this guy's fucking nuts. Like, seriously, fucking, is this what every fucking firefighter does nowadays? Just to save people's lives? That's fucking crazy. So, as this was going on, um, his buddy, the third main character, is holding a bunch of rubble so that it doesn't fall on top of them, so that way they won't be able to save him. So that's why he's saving everyone else. So yeah, pretty much that's what pretty much it is. So that's the first story. But however, Diego decides to cut the metal rod with an air saw. The thing about this, however, is the fact that he cuts it this way, but then he realizes that the man's arm is twitching, so he cuts the other way, so that way he can still have function with his left hand because he's left-handed. And if he kept cutting the other way, he would have done nerve damage, so his hand would not be functional. That's why he cut it on both sides, which I thought was really quick thinking on his part. So that's the first one. The last one that they do, they save a cat, so to speak, on their electricity one. That one was kind of tame compared to the other one else's. I mean, the last one was a dust explosion, which is kind of interesting. Some guy wanted to explode the whole entire building, but there were four people still inside. They managed to save the guy as well, but the door exploded, and one of the main characters got like fucking like hit dramatically. He almost died too, but he survived because he's part of the squad team where a bunch of fucking meteors hit for some reason. I don't understand it. Like they teased the fucking meteor shower hitting Tokyo for some odd reason throughout the whole entire anime. I mean, the first scene of the anime is them fucking saving people from burning buildings where flaming rocks come down and nuke the whole entire fucking place. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't understand why the hell they're saving. I understand that they need to save people, but what the hell is a meteor shower gonna hit this fucking Earth without, like, it just baffles the fuck out of me. Like, that's a rare occurrence. Even if it does happen, it's probably not gonna happen in my timeline. And it's like a bunch of rocks. Maybe it might be a dust explosion. I don't fucking know. But anyway, that's what the main gist of it is. That's what they're aiming for. So pretty much Diego and his friend Sean, which is that's his name, they decide to save a bunch of people. They save a guy with a ramen shop. They save a bunch of people from a burning building where eight people were on the higher floor. So they improvised because they couldn't get all eight people down the floor because of how long it would take them because they're on a higher level than everyone else. So they decide to do an escape route. This is where the female character comes into play because Daigo decides to send a message because she's right across from it because this is supposed to be her test. So she sees a Morse code and she throws in a fucking rope and stuff. Like she trained with these two guys, so that's the main gist. Now, as for the three main characters, the two guys get most of the rescuing, except for one person. There's a sinkhole that a taxi driver got hit. Taxi driver was saved. The woman was found dead. However, she was pregnant, and they managed to save the two baby boys in that fire, and they decided to become firefighters because of it. But that's 10 years down the line. They do show it, so it doesn't really bother me as much. So yeah, that's the main gist of that. There's also a bunch of other rescues. Like there's this grandma and this little kid that was stuck in a basement where the basement door they couldn't open because it was filled with water inside the fucking thing. So Sean decides to save them by almost killing himself because he's a fucking psychopath. Like his mask, he was breathing underwater and his mask got lifted up for some reason. But he managed to make sure that made sure that the thing that they were doing stayed in place, and they managed to save everyone. But Diego decides to help him out by making sure he doesn't die. So yeah, it's part of like team effort. Like Sean's like the best person of the whole entire show. Um, Now Diego is the most reckless, abandoned one. He wants to save everyone, but he can't do that all the time. Like I said before. As for the female character, she sure gets shafted. Like she gets the how do I say it? She gets the Sakura treatment from Naruto, meaning that she doesn't in the original Naruto. Not Naruto Shippuden, because at least she does something. So that's beside the point. But the original Naruto, Sakura was pretty much fucking useless. So that's the main. But in this show, she doesn't really rescue anyone until until episode like 16 or 17, and there's only 23 episodes. So the anime's almost done. Like they do show her saving a bunch of women in a freaking elevator, but that's at the end of the series because she's climbing a wall because there's meteors hitting the fucking floor. But to be honest with you, I was invested in this anime. It was really good. 23 episodes. The 22nd episode though, I have an issue with. I know I didn't understand it because I watched it raw. I did not watch it in subtitles because apparently I couldn't find it. So I just watched it with them just speaking Japanese and there's no English title. But I might give this anime an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really good. If you want to watch it, that's fine. This anime made me appreciate what firefighters have to go on and what quit thinking they have to do on a daily basis. Because if they don't do that, then they're fucking screwed. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care and always stay positive. If you want to watch this anime, you can watch it. There's 23 episodes. It's on Crunchyroll. So if you want to watch it, go ahead. But I give this one an 8 out of 10. Made me really appreciate fucking firefighters now because of that reason. Like the crazy shit that they do just to make sure that they can save one person is fucking insane. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day and always stay positive.